Hey guys, welcome to another Gauging Gadgets Fenix 6 tutorial video. In this video, I'm going to do an overview of the maps and then the navigation features on the Fenix 6. So to have any of these features, including the maps and navigation, you're going to have a Fenix 6 Pro. So that's just something to note if you're looking to buy a Fenix 6. Alright, so let's go ahead and get started. The first thing we need to do to get into navigation is just select the start or stop button in the top right to open up the activities. Once we're in here, we're going to scroll down until we find Navigate. Right there, select it. And then as you can see in here, we have several different options. We have points of interest, around me, courses, round trip course, activities, save locations, last MOB, sight and go, coordinates, and use map. So we'll start with points of interest. I'll select that. And in here we can look at different cities around us, foods and drinks, all these different options to narrow it down to that category of location around us. So as you can see, tons of different options. I'm going to go up to the top. We can look at food and drinks. So we have a couple different options. We can search near, we can spell, so if we actually want to search for something, or we can do around me. That spinning right there is it looking for the GPS. So once it finds it, I will select one of these. Looks like it found something. So I can either do around me, and as you can see, once it was done looking for the GPS, it has come up with different items that are around me. So we'll just look at the Burger King first. As you can see, it gives me a distance and also direction from me where that Burger King is located. If I select the Burger King, I can select to navigate to it. I can look at it on a map, or I can save it to my locations. I can also review the information about it, which looks like it doesn't have anything there, so it's just Burger King. If I go up, we can save it as a location. I can also look at it on the map, and I'll show you what that looks like. So the maps on the Garmin Fenix 6 are awesome. So look at all the detail you get right there. If I zoom in, you can see anything from street names. It shows you other points of interest around the actual Burger King right there. And I can not only zoom, I can go up and down on the map. And also right and left. So you can really zoom in, zoom around. And this is not just limited to this area. If I zoom out, you can see that I can go all the way out. And you can see basically the entire world. It shows different countries. And go over across the ocean. So now we're in Africa. And if I zoom in here, you can see that it even has road information in Africa, which is pretty awesome. So anywhere you go in the world, these maps will be somewhat useful. Now, it may not have the same sort of point of interest information, but it's going to have some pretty useful information. As you can see, that was a quick example of the points of interest. Let me show you real quick what around me looks like. So it's going to use the GPS, it's going to load the map. And then once the map loads, as you can see, I can kind of move the pie around. So that's the direction I want to look for points of interest in the area around me. So if I point it down the beach here, select that, it's going to show me different items that are down that way. So this includes everything from stores or points of interest that are natural, including like a snorkeling reef. So I can look at that and I can go to it. I'll select navigation here. So it's calculating the route, shows me my battery life as well, and also how many hours of battery life I have left. So it's telling me to get on this road. I could start the navigation, and as you can see, it's telling me to get on the road. And it's just like any navigation that you would see where it's kind of just guided and it shows it on a map with a route. I can also go down, so it's just like any other activity. See the distance remaining. Different information. That's pretty cool. You can customize this as well. So really quick, before we get into the rest of the navigation features, I want to look at saved locations first. So save location is just a location that you manually save on your watch. And you can do that very quickly through the control menu by holding down the light button just for a second or two. And when it comes up, you want to go to the red icon. It looks like a map pin. So if I select that, it's going to start looking at the GPS. It's going to find the coordinates and information for my current location. Once it gets it, it gives you the exact coordinates and then the elevation, and I hit the start button to save it. And then from here we can edit it. In here we can change the name, and that's going to use a very primitive keyboard, so it's a little annoying, but you can actually type whatever you want there. There are icons, tons of different icons that will allow you to quickly recognize that saved location if you want to. So I'll just select one from here. The next option is going to be position, and this is where we can go in here and actually customize the position, and then you would just go through all the different numbers and select done. And that would save it. Elevation, you can edit that, and you can also delete it. Once we have a saved location, we can go back to the navigation settings, go down to save locations, and we can select one that we want to navigate to. So I'll select this one right here. We can see details about it, including the GPS coordinates. We can also see it on a map. You can go in and rename it, change the icon, edit the position, elevation, and delete it. And we can also go to it, which just starts the navigation. So going through the other options in navigation, we have back to start. And this can be very useful if you're on maybe a hiking activity or a running activity. This will navigate you back to the trailhead or wherever you started that activity. Courses is basically just something that you build manually with a group of saved locations. So you could build a route and it will actually guide you to each location in order of the course, which is pretty cool. They have round trip courses which will do that and then bring you back through it, back to your start, which is awesome. Activities, this is where we can see activities that we've done. Select one. We can see the information. We can redo the activity by selecting go. We can see it on a map, which will show you the activity on the actual map here. And this was a hike in Zion National Park. So you can view information about that. It's pretty cool. It shows you the elevation on the map as well. And one of the cool things about the map is it actually will show trails and give you the name of the trail. So I love that feature. I actually found that to be really useful when I was hiking in national parks out west. It made it really easy to find it and also ensure that you stayed on the trail. In addition to that, you can see the elevation for the entire activity. You can go back to the beginning of the activity. That's back to start, which we already discussed. And that's going to be it within the activities. Under that, we have save locations. We've gone over that. Next in the navigation settings, we have last MOB, and that is last man overboard. So you can mark a location if someone were to go overboard while you're on a ship in the ocean. It'll quickly remember the location by just selecting that. Next, we have sight and go. So this is where you can kind of look off in the distance, point the watch in the distance, select, and then it will try to navigate you to wherever you're pointing the watch. I haven't seen this actually work very well, but they do say that if maybe you saw a water tower or some sort of landmark in the distance, you could use the watch to navigate to that with sight and go. After sight and go, we have coordinates, and this is where you can manually enter in coordinates and then select done, and it'll show it on the map and also allow you to use it as a save location. And then finally, we have use map, which just allows you to use the map at your current location, kind of view everything around you, and you can pan and zoom and do everything I've already shown you how to do. All right, so that was a quick overview of the maps and the navigation features on the Fenix 6. If you have any questions about this, leave a comment below. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. If you'd like to see more Fenix 6 tutorial videos, check the link in the description. If this video helped you, give it a thumbs up, and please consider subscribing to my channel, Gauging Gadgets, more gadget reviews and tech tutorials. Thank you so much for watching.